What a result. United beat City in the derby at the Etihad in a game which is pretty much like my sex life. Boring, nothing happens for ages. Then the most unexpected, intense 3 minutes of pleasure. Oh, what a finish to the game. And a game that had such little quality and was so boring for ages. There's actually a lot of things to talk about. Amad Diallo, I am actually getting slightly unhealthily obsessed with the lad. He's just incredible. And Pep Guardiola can moan all day long about not having Rodri. I'm sure they had Rodri in the FA Cup final. It was the same result, same scoreline. Get over it, mate. Nobody else has got Rodri either. Chelsea are winning games, Liverpool are winning games, United have started winning games, Forest are winning games. None of them have Rodri. Get over it, mate. You massive fraud. So let's start at the beginning. Team selection, nothing really to talk about, is there? No. Oh, just Rashford and Garnacho missing. What a call. I don't want to talk about this for too long because it's just boring now. What I will say is I don't know why this is a surprise. This goes back ages. I mean, Ten Hag dropped Garnacho and Rashford because of their attitudes. Even going back to Jose Mourinho's time, he questioned Rashford's attitude. So I don't know why everyone's acting shocked that Amorim is saying he's not having any of it. It's clear and obvious on the pitch that, I mean, if you just watch Bruno Fernandes and Amad, the work rate that them two put in. Now, Bruno sometimes runs around like a bit of a sod, but he still grafts his ass off. And Amad, the difference in passion, desire and work rate between Bruno and Amad and Garnacho and Rashford is night and day. I don't know why people are making a big deal about it. It's obvious he's seen something in training that he don't like. And he must really be pissed off with him, because if we were playing Palace at home, you could kind of get away with dropping them. But we're playing City away. Granted, City aren't in great form, but it's still City away. It's still a derby. And we would normally counter-attack, and Garnacho and Rashford are probably two of the best counter-attacking players we've got. So to drop them is a massive call, but it worked. And I don't know if we maybe looked a bit better. Is that why we kept possession so well? Because we didn't have them two. Kyle Walker, by the way, pathetic. Absolutely. That dive is so tragic, disgusting. I mean, it's just... And that is the level that City are falling to now. They are that bad. They're having to try and cheat. I mean, he should have been sent off. He kicks Højlund, a little petulant swipe, and then he goes head-to-head with him. How is it a yellow each? He should have been sent off. See, are cheaters. Just quickly on Amad and Rashford and Garnacho as well. I actually think Garnacho and Rashford are better footballers than Amad. In terms of technical ability, I think they're better. But... I tell you the big thing with the big difference between Rashford, Garnacho and then Amad, decision making. Amad's decision making is almost faultless. I know he could have set Højlund up for his hat-trick in the other game, but that's one bad decision. He knows when to pass, he knows when to shoot, he knows when... And his pressing and work rate is phenomenal. It might be the best in the world. I say some pretty outrageous stuff and I get carried away. I'm not going to say that Amad is world-class yet, but he is playing at a world-class level. Every single game, he's getting goals and assists and he's making things happen. Every time we win or get points or get a good result, it's because of Amad. He's affecting every single game, goals and assists every single game, creating chances every single game, making things happen every single game. Surely, that is world class. And long may it continue. I don't think City ever looked like scoring. I know they got a goal, but we made a mess of that. I don't think they ever looked like scoring. And I do just quickly want to say on their goal, we are horrendous at defending corners. Everybody knows that. And I thought we defended really well in the whole game, apart from the goal. Where are the centre-backs? Where are the centre-backs? 3 centre-backs we're playing. And when they scored that, Gvardiol was in the centre of the goal. And he had, I think it was Højlund and Diallo near him. And there isn't a centre-half in sight. I don't know where the centre-halves are. Now, I don't want to slag them off too much because we defended really well. But for that goal, where are the centre-halves? I couldn't see a centre-half anywhere. Our City are so bad. They are so bad. They look finished. Do you know the problem with City? Right, when you play for United or Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, I think it means something to play for them. And whether you're winning or not, you're playing for the iconic clubs. The problem for City ain't an iconic club. And when the trophies dry up or you've won everything, I mean, they've got so many players that have won absolutely everything. It must be hard to get motivated because arriving at City every single day, they're just a small club out there. I mean, if you was arriving at the Bernabeu every day or Old Trafford, Anfield, the new camp, and seeing the history, the heritage, it means something, doesn't it? What does it mean at City? Like, say you turn up to Old Trafford and you've got Peter Schmeichel and Eric Cantona hanging around, or you turn up to Liverpool and you've got Gerrard hanging around and all the greats from the past, Dalglish, people like that. You turn up to Real Madrid and and all their legends are hanging around. You turn up to City, what, Sean Goat is chilling there. Oh, amazing. So it must be hard to get motivated, and so many of their best players are past their prime. Kyle Walker's lost his pace, he's finished. De Bruyne has passed it, Gundogan's passed it, Kovacic has passed it. Their wide players are horrendous. Anthony would get in City's team, I'm convinced of it. Shocking wide players. They never replaced Mahrez. So yeah, they're just not very good, are they? They're not very good. But one thing I was really impressed with is it was such a 50-50 game. When have we ever gone to the Etihad and had a 50-50 game? Now, granted, City aren't at their best at the minute. In fact, they're terrible. But one thing they have been doing is dominating games and dominating the ball. And just a few possession stats we've got here from their last few games. Juventus away, they had 69%. Palace, 69%. Forest, 67%. Away at Liverpool, they had 57%. Feyenoord, 64%. Brighton, away at Brighton, 61%. Away at Sporting, 73%. 65% against Bournemouth. So they have been dominating the ball and dominating possession, which they didn't do against us. I think it was 49 to 51% possession. City had slightly more passes, same shots on target, same shots on goal. Our passing accuracy was actually better. So such a 50-50 game. Now, I don't know if that's because the team Amaron selected, if that's what Amaron wanted. It might be slightly, maybe Pep wanted to let us have the ball a bit because he didn't want us to counter-attack as much. That didn't work, did it? So I don't know, but although it's a really boring game, I can't remember Onana having to do anything. I mean, he can't save the goal. He can maybe come out and claim it, but he was a bit far out. City did nothing. Normally, whenever we've won at City, we've rode our luck and we've been sitting back with 27% possession, peppering the goal, goalkeepers pulling off 5, 6, 7, 8 saves. It weren't like that. I mean, it was a boring game, but it weren't like that. But for 87 minutes, it was pretty boring. In fact, it was horrendous. But up stepped Amad Diallo in the 87th minute. Oh, the boy's unreal. He is unreal. I am slightly obsessed with him. I just love him. It looks like it's a pleasure and a joy to play for United. He grafts his ass off. He's so quick. And he's pressing. I don't know if it's just because he's quick. I mean, he's just always in the right... He's so efficient as well at tackling and pressing. He's an absolute genius. And he wins the penalty. And to be fair, nothing looked like happening. If we'd have took Amad off, I think we'd have lost 1-0. It is purely because of Amad. But he wins that penalty beautifully. He sees the player coming. I would have liked Amad to take the penalty, actually. I think he deserves it. But Bruno's always going to score it. Great finish by Bruno as well, under pressure. But yeah, just sensational. Wins the penalty. You'd have to question City's defending slightly on both goals. But Bruno tucks it away. But the winner, I don't think it's a great pass by Martinez. I know he's getting an assist and he played a massive part in it, but it's not a great pass. I don't know what City were doing. The touch over Edison was sensational. He's got such an amazing touch, Amad. Underrated touch. If you ever watch him, his ball control is phenomenal. It really is incredible. And the finish, it was a good finish. Now, they probably should have defended that a bit better, cleared it on the line, but who cares? But yeah, the Amad Diallo show, just amazing. He really is. He's sensational. I don't know why he wasn't playing under Erik ten Hag. He was the best player pre-season as well. I can remember having a bit of a boner about him pre-season, and then he just stopped playing him. I don't get it. In fact, even going back to late on last year, he should have played the FA Cup final against Liverpool when he come on. He scores the winner in it weren't the semi, it was the quarters, wasn't it? I don't think I've ever seen Amad have a bad game, even back to his cameos under Ollie. I remember him scoring that back header in the Champions League. No, it was Europa League. Was it against AC Milan? I don't think I've ever seen him have a bad game. And even if he has a bad game, his work rate and pressing and attitude is just worth having in the team. I think it brings everyone else up to his level. And when we took the lead, I never thought City were getting back in it. I weren't panicked. I was like, City aren't going to score. They're doing nothing. Haaland, is he even playing? What a fraud he is, by the way. I reckon City would have been a better team if they'd have kept Julian Alvarez. If you're not creating chances for Haaland, he does nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think City would have been a better team with Alvarez, but who cares? That's not my problem. I thought Ugarte was very, very good. The role he plays is a bit like Makelele, isn't he? He's never gonna get the plaudits he really deserves. But I don't think it's any coincidence that City didn't really do a lot and we held a lot of the ball. I mean, the amount of times he won the ball back, his positioning, and he gets a lot of criticism for his lack of passing range. Now, yeah, he's not Paul Scholes, but who is? But I actually think he's really efficient at passing. I have no problem with him picking up the ball, winning it, and just knocking it to Bruno or Mainu. Mainu, I thought, actually was massively improved. He's obviously struggled this season. I thought he was good when he come on. Really, really helped us. Maybe the Mount injury probably helped us in the performance. Unlucky for him, but I don't know what to think with him. I said it was a really bad performance initially because of how bad we played for 87 minutes. And to be fair, if we'd have lost 1-0 and not had a shot on target, I think we'd all be here absolutely raging. But, you know, Amad's done a madness, hasn't he? Onana, he just didn't have out to do, did he? He had nothing to do. He can't really save the goal. You can't blame him on that. It didn't cost us a goal. He didn't make any mistakes, so that's a massive improvement. His distribution was okay. I do think, again, you can slag Onana off as much as you want, and believe me, I have. The reason we're having so much possession at the Etihad is because of Onana, or he's one of the reasons. You couldn't do that with De Gea. You couldn't hold on to possession, because we kept a lot of deep possession, and a lot of that's down to Onana, how comfortable he is on the ball, how willing he is to receive the ball. So you can say Onana had a bad game, but we kept the ball because we've got a goalkeeper who can do it. So he did all right. Mazwari is just Mazwari. He's just mint, and he's mint. The centre-backs, all three of them, apart from the goal, where I don't know where any of them were at the pub session, I don't know. I thought they were brilliant. De Ligt, he's so good, De Ligt. He's not getting the credit he deserves. He is so good. Maguire, I thought was brilliant. Maguire is an example to Garnacho and Rashford. He has took some pelters for years and years and years. And he's made some mistakes and he's been terrible at times. But his attitude and his work rate and his desire to play for United is amazing. And, you know, I think he deserves a lot of credit, Harry Maguire. And he was solid yesterday, absolutely solid. In fact, he's been pretty solid all season. I have no problem now when I see Maguire on the team sheet. A year or so ago, I used to hate it. Now, with the three centre-backs, I think it really suits him. I'd be more than happy to keep Maguire now. I really would. I think Yoro, when he came on, Yoro looks class, by the way. He looks really, really good. So Maguire's only ever going to be backup. But I'm more than happy to have Maguire as backup. He's doing nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. Martinez, I thought was good, better. Diallo, I feel a bit for Diallo. He's playing out of position. It can't be nice being a right-footed left-back. It really can. And some days he looks like Cafu, and other days he looks like Alexander Bruckner. There's no in-between. I didn't think he was great yesterday, but we have defended well, so he must have done something right. But he's playing out of position, so you have to give him some credit. Ugarte, I've already said, was really, really good. Mainu was better. Bruno was pretty good. He scores the penalty. Amad, unbelievable. Who else was there? I feel like I've missed someone out. I can't have done. Højlund does well. Wound Kyle Walker up a treat, so that was worth it. Yeah, good performance. Great result. And we've got some decent fixtures now, so we could do with going on a bit of a run. What a result. Come on, United.